Hello, I'm Schuh and this is Procurement in the Park. So very often procurement executives ask me, so how do I get a seat at the table? A seat at the table of engineering or a seat at the table of the decision makers in my company. And then I tell them, well, stop right there. So if you're asking for a seat at the table, you don't deserve a seat at the table. And a good analogy here is an article the Economist published a couple of weeks ago on the Five Eyes. So the Five Eyes is the military intelligence cooperation between the United States, Canada, the UK, Australia and New Zealand. And for a period of time they invited Japan, the Japanese military intelligence along. Tried this a couple of times and then stopped inviting the Japanese, and then the Economist asked one of the participants why they had stopped inviting the Japanese, and that person said, well, the Japanese didn't bring anything to the table. So for procurement this means if you don't bring anything to the table, you don't deserve a seat at the table. So how do you deserve a seat at the table? And here a good example, a good benchmark is one of the really well-known and highly respected high-tech companies. So when this company decides to go into a technology, for example into steel, like here, they would nominate a directly responsible individual, DRI, in procurement, and that DRI is tasked with knowing everything about steel. So knowing everything about steel means how is steel made, which raw materials are used, which steel grades do I get out of steel mills. The DRI is expected to have direct relationships to decision makers at all the big steel makers in the world. Have good overview on the market, on the steel market, have good overview on how steel is priced. This DRI would work with high-end users of steel, so in this case makers of surgical equipment. This DRI would go out in the world and work with research institutes, universities. We have seen them reaching out to makers of machining equipment, of machining tools. So if you have this complete overview of a technology, guess what's happening? So if engineering is thinking about making a component out of steel and reaches out to this DRI in the company for steel, the DRI doesn't need to ask for a seat at the table. So the DRI will have a seat at the table automatically, because the DRI for steel can really advise the engineers on how to use steel in the most effective way to come up with products that really delight customers. So I think this is a super important lesson for all procurement executives out there. Build strong technology competence. So if you have strong technology competence, everything will fall into place. So your counterparts in engineering, your counterparts in manufacturing, your counterparts in technology, strategy, they will automatically reach out to you. You will become a highly valued discussion partner, highly valued in figuring out the future strategy of the company, and the seat at the table will come automatically. Okay, let me know how this works in your company. Does your procurement have the desired seat at the table? Are you building the required competences? As always, let me know in the comments down below, and I will get back to you within 24 hours. If you would like to subscribe, click here, and if you would like to watch another one of my videos, click over here. Thank you, bye.